Hi, I'm Meg, and I think that my boyfriend might be a psycho. People throw words like that around a lot. Not like I mean that he might be a serial killer with a pit in the basement making lampshades out of people's skin. He's not that kind of psycho. I know, I probably sound crazy myself, and I'm sure that you think I'm just overreacting. And maybe I am. But lately, I've just started to notice some things that make me wonder. To be fair, I've been watching a bunch of creepy true crime documentaries on Netflix, so I might just be making myself paranoid. Let me just tell you about me, Zach, and our situation. I'll let you be the judge. So I might sound paranoid, like I'm trying to blow things out of proportion, but really, I've always been naive and honestly a little bit gullible. I was always more likely to get duped by some scam artist than assume the worst in people. My mom used to tell me, Meg, you'd probably sell your soul to the devil if he smiled and told you it was a good deal. I've just always been really trusting, and that's why I'm extra freaked out about my suspicions, because even though I can see the red flags, I just don't know what to do about it. Anyways, let me tell you about Zach. Zach is a little different. He's an artist and a musician. Well, not professionally. He delivers pizzas for a living, but he's definitely an artistic kind of person. He doesn't watch or play sports. He doesn't even really watch TV. He likes to read. He writes poetry. He's just super different than most other guys, and that's actually what attracted me to him so much, was that he wasn't like any guy I'd ever met before. He doesn't even have any social media accounts. Most people have their whole lives for display online, but not him. The mystery is what really drew me in. After we first met, I just had to know more about him. I had to know who he was and what he was all about. We actually met in Psych 101 in my freshman year of college, and we didn't start officially dating right away, but we've been together for about 6 months now. He didn't talk much when we first met, but I thought he was cute, and he did smile at me a couple of times, which seemed like a win to me. I got the impression at first that he wasn't really one to show his emotions, but we had class together and we had a lot of time to talk, and over time, he opened up more. We started to develop feelings for each other, and after a while, we started hanging out and going to the movies and stuff like that. We actually went to the movies a lot, but like I said, he's a little bit different, so they weren't the normal kind of movies. We actually went to this little theater where they showed foreign movies and independent art films, that kind of stuff. Some of it was pretty interesting, but I didn't really get a lot of it. He was super into it, though. He would just go on about the subtext and what the director was really saying and stuff like that. I didn't really care, but I just enjoyed spending time with him, and it was nice to see him excited about something. But recently, his unique interests and perspectives has started to feel a little more odd. The movies he's watching seem to be getting weirder and darker, and so are our conversations. He's been talking more about death, not like psycho talk, but more philosophical, like, what do you think happens when you die? That kind of stuff. It's not overly creepy, but it's definitely a noticeable difference. I don't know, maybe he's just going through something weird. But the other thing that I've started to notice is he's gone a lot more often, and he doesn't really tell me what he's doing. He'll say he's like sleeping or going out for a walk or visiting his family, just like vague stuff, but he kind of disappears for a while and then shows back up acting strange. I'm not gonna lie, I started feeling weird and thinking he was up to something about a month ago. I thought maybe he was cheating on me or something, but then my concerns started to go into a darker direction. So I really started to get paranoid, and when he was gone for this one weekend, he said he was visiting his parents. He came back and he was acting odd again. And then I saw something on the news that got my head spinning. They said that the police were looking for 3 missing girls who had disappeared 2 nights before. I started thinking about all those documentaries where people don't know that someone in their own family is a serial killer. And I started thinking, what if I'm dating this guy and he goes out at night and does horrible things and I have no idea? What happens when he gets tired of me? Am I next? On a side note, the missing girls were found. They're okay. I guess they just got drunk at some frat bonfire and got lost and wandered off. So I guess I shouldn't worry anymore, right? The thing is, I can't get it out of my head. Maybe it's just me and it's just my crazy brain, but maybe he's really a great guy who's just a little different and I'm making something out of nothing. But I can't stop thinking about it. What if he is up to something and I don't really know him, like the real him? And honestly, at this point, with all the crazy thoughts that I've had, I hope I find out that he's cheating on me because it's better than finding out that you're dating a psycho. What do you think? Am I the one that's crazy? We have one more story for you guys. Check it out. Hey, my name is Heather, and there are basically 2 types of people that I just hate. First of all, the people that commit crimes. Second, people who are intolerant. And when some of them mess with my family, you can't even imagine how nuts I get. God knows I had a terrible childhood until he sent me an angel to stop my suffering. That angel is my current mom, Jasmine. She adopted me when I was 7 years old. My biological parents were problematic and abusive. My father drank a lot, and my mom was always out partying and taking drugs. I didn't study, and I barely ate. Thankfully, some neighbors noticed what was happening and called child services. They took me away, and they sent me to a foster home. Then I was relocated to a new area, and then another one, and then another one. Not once did my biological mother or father try to contact me. It all changed the day when this charming woman came in. Someone in charge called me to meet her. I went running right away. We had an incredible connection. She made me feel calm. After meeting her a bunch of times and then the long adoption process, I finally went home with Jasmine. Even though I liked her from the minute we met, I felt awkward living with her for a few months at first. I thought of us more like friends. Now the relationship has turned into a more mother-daughter type, of course. Little by little, I start feeling more like Jasmine's daughter, and I think she feels more like my mom. We've established an amazing relationship over the years. We're practically each other's best friends, and the most important person in each other's life. Besides, we're pretty much the only family that we have. For the record, my mom is gay, and when she came out, her parents didn't accept her. So she left her house, moved to New York with the little money she had, and saved up. There, she managed to find a job as a waitress, and after saving for several more years, she started studying education in community college. Shortly after, she graduated, and Jasmine found a job as a second-grade teacher at a little school in Brooklyn. She was outstanding at her job. She completed a bunch of courses and certifications, and everybody loved her. Kids, teachers, the maintenance crew, everybody. And after just 5 years, she escalated the ladder until she became the school's principal. She dated and never stopped being herself, no matter what people would say. Everybody was okay with the fact that she was gay, and I loved that she was never afraid to express it. I came into the picture when she was already at that position for a year. I entered as the principal's daughter. Sometimes that can be a problem, but in our case, it wasn't. My mom's really likable as a principal, too. Students loved her because I've been told that the previous principal was a total witch, but with a B instead of a W. It was a relief for everybody when my mom was put in charge. My mom loved her little school deeply until it was shut down due to lack of funding. Every student had to transfer, and every teacher was fired. So she had to find another job, and this time she wasn't alone. The thought of not being able to provide me with a good life crushed her. She looked and found nothing in the city. She made some calls to a few friends in other states as a cry for help. Thank goodness for Betty, her childhood friend who lives in Ohio. It turns out that her son's school was looking for a new principal. So she recommended my mom, even if my mom didn't really like the idea of being in Ohio. But we were desperate. She sent in her resume and letters of recommendation and got the job. It meant a total change of life for us. I moved away from all of my friends, but I was still excited. We got to Ohio 2 months ago. My mom started at the school as a new principal, and I am a freshman. This time, the students don't know my mom, so I definitely was going to be the tattletale. Nobody's going to trust me, right? I didn't care. With time, I would earn their respect, right? The truth is, I've made some friends, and the school is okay. It's just different. It's bigger and has more extracurricular activities, and people are nice. I just don't see a lot of diversity, and that might be a huge problem now. You see, ever since school started, my mom has been acting all weird. She's dressing different. She seems nervous all the time, and she's acting like she's hiding something. I thought maybe she was dating somebody new. She's always nervous at first, but boy, was I wrong. She hasn't told me anything, but I already know. I heard some senior guys talking about my mom and comparing her to the old principal. The new one looks nice and she's probably not gay, I heard one saying. What the actual F? I dug in and found out that the previous principal was fired after one student saw him entering a gay bar, and the student council decided it was best for the school if he renounced. What on earth is wrong with people? Professional life and private life have nothing to do with each other. Plus, it's freaking normal. I'm seriously so pissed at people's homophobia. Now I get why my mom seems afraid. She's scared she might lose her job too and not find another one. What can I do to help her? Tell people and hope it's for the best? Sue the school if she gets fired too? Or do we just move somewhere else until she finds a new job? Please help us out. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.